This then is the backpack I took to Backpacking Britain, and this is the kit inside the backpack. So I'll be giving each little bit of kit a review and just a short summary of if it's good or not and if I'd use it again. First thing is, well, the most important thing I think is the backpack. So if you're like a backpacker, you'll probably know the brand, but I covered it up throughout the whole hike. Yeah, I don't really care about brands, it just is what it is. But it was comfortable and it did the job. 55 litre. Yeah, so you'll know. I won't name it, it doesn't matter. But so yeah, 55 litre, very comfortable on the arms and the straps. It's got the waistband to, you know, give you support on your hips, just to transfer the weight. It's got lots of pockets everywhere at the front. You know, it did the job. Originally I ordered a 65 litre and they made a mistake basically, and I kind of got that for free. It should have been like £150 and I got it for free, so thank you Amazon. Yeah, it did the job. Like 65 would have been overkill, so I would have been carrying extra weight. 55 was great for me, so I'll give that a 9 out of 10 because it was free. Forgot to mention, it's got, you know, this air escape kind of technology stuff. It helps your back breathe. You still sweat on your back, but not as much, so yeah, that was quite good too. Well, this is the tent. This is not it. This is just like a yellow dry sack, just when it gets wet, the tent. So I'll put the tent on screen right now when it's up. And I bought that like 4 years ago. And yeah, it was just like a camouflage kind of one-man backpacking tent. It was quite heavy if you compare it to other backpacking tents, but I didn't want to spend loads of money, so I just used that and it did the job. It's got tent poles, which I'll get right now. Yeah, they're the tent poles, just made out of like that, I don't even know what it's called, like that kind of crappy fibre stuff. I've repaired them, as you can see. So 2 months worth of wear on these, and they started snapping. And in terms of backpacking like kind of weights, these are really heavy. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend the tent just because of these. They're rubbish. They were alright once I repaired them, but yeah, I give it like a 6 out of 10. And waterproofness, it's not that great. It's great for summer. It's like a summer tent because it has like an outer waterproof, so you don't use that in summer really unless it rains. So lots of air coming in. You can see the stars at night, which was great. But for it's like a one season kind of tent, I think. So yeah. But for the price, it was like £80 or £90 when I bought it. So yeah, it's pretty affordable when you compare them to other backpacking tents. So yeah, not too bad. But the yellow dry sack come in handy so many times when it rained, just to keep my other gear dry, you know. So I recommend that. The dry sack anyway. The tent, not so much. In this bag, it's my sleeping stuff, like an inflatable pillow. It goes down to like that size, you know, like a fist. So you just float up. Pretty good. It's got an elastic bit, so it basically like doesn't move at night, so you can wrap it around your inflatable kind of sleeping pad, which is good. Really cheap off Amazon, so yeah, I recommend that. I give that a 9 out of 10. That makes for a comfortable night's sleep. And this is the, I don't care about brands, but it's that. It was a relatively cheap one, sleeping pad. It takes like 30 seconds to blow up and you're gassed out, especially after a hard day, and you're blowing on it and it's like, you know, you get lightheaded. It takes a while to blow up, but for the price, and it never got a puncture, yeah, I'd give that like a 7, 7.5, 8 out of 10. Just because it lasted, and you know, 2 months of continuous use. Backpacking Britain, yeah, I'd give it an 8 actually, you know. Not the most comfortable, but it was alright. Waterproofs, obviously being in the UK, quite a big one. And my stupid person. So anyway, so I'll show you them. So these, when in the army, these are the ones I got issued. Just some Camouflage Gore-Tex trousers. Insanely waterproof, but you sweat like a pig. But you know, very waterproof, and they're not that lightweight. If you know, I'm comparing all this to backpacking weight, but yeah, it did the job. You know, it did the job. This is just a crappy cagoule kind of like raincoat, but barely a raincoat, like a wind coat that's repels water. It's not waterproof. I mean, when you're walking all day, especially backpacking, you're gonna get wet. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. You're just gonna get wet. So it's one of them you need. It basically dried quick. So I could have taken the coat, like the jacket, to my camouflage trousers, but I didn't want to look like a dick, you know, that kind of thing. So I just took this, and it dried quickly. So yeah, it kind of made up for that, and it was like really lightweight. So I do not recommend that, but it dried quickly, so I give it like a 6. I don't know. When I was wet at the time, I was so annoyed. I was like, why have I brought this? But it is what it is, isn't it? Skin's waterproof. Wash kit, really basic, in one of these little seal packed bags, and then just a camping, I don't even know what they're called, like a camping kind of towel thingy. Dries out quickly, and it's lightweight, packs down to nothing, so you can buy them anywhere quite cheaply. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10 because it did the job. And yeah, just a seal packed bag, Ziploc bag, just some shampoo, shower gel. I'll get it out actually. Just some like lip balm, Vaseline, you know. But one of them travel cases, it's pink, that's all they had in the store, but one of them, it just covers your toothbrush to stop it getting all crap on it. I recommend it. That was that, just a basic wash kit. Okay, so, you know, I was saying like the backpack and the tent was like the first and second most important thing. Well, I was lying. I forgot I had my shoes. So, obviously, you're walking. You need some good footwear, right? And this is what I got. Brand, I don't care about them, but it's Saucony Peregrine 11, I think they're called. Yeah. Just researched them. They're decently expensive, but you know, my feet have never really got on with boots, like walking boots or anything, and they kill. Like they really hurt, like give me blisters. So I just took these. These are trail running shoes that are used in like all around Europe and the US, and they're supposed to have like a 500, 600 mile kind of lifespan, but these did 1,200 miles, I'd say 1,100, and still got a little bit of wear there, and on like there, same with that, but they've still got a decent amount of grip, and they're relatively comfortable once you break them in. Obviously their colour is pretty questionable, well that's all they had, but yeah, they're good. I recommend them. Well, they got me through Britain, you know what I mean? And I never, right, this is the thing, you're probably like, well, where's your support? It's got a little bit there. I never twisted I didn't have an injury. I didn't even twist an ankle. Like, it's insane. I did not twist, I didn't get any injuries throughout the whole of backpacking Britain. John O'Groats to Land's End, which is insane. So, and you know what? They dry really quick, so I mean, I can still use these for running, which is, I need a new pair of running shoes. I'm just going to use these, I think. So yeah, happy days. That's like 150 odd quid well spent. Here's just a few little bits. So, sun cream, SPF 30 for when it's like really sunny in the UK, which it barely is. I got a mosquito head net, like a midge net. But it got a rip in it, and I never used it for that anyway. I used it for my dirty laundry, which it actually come in handy. So yeah, that was good. You've seen these, just seal pack bags, Ziploc bags. I think they're really good. Keep your stuff waterproof and keep, you know, you can compact it down. And this, when I got the train to Wick, when I was on the way to John O'Groats in Scotland, I stopped in Inverness, and I had like a 2-hour layover, and all time leading up to actually looking for like equipment and stuff before I went, I was looking for a hat, like a cap, kind of baseball cap thing, but they were all like £40, like lightweight ones that fold away, and I found this in an outdoor store in Inverness, and that was £5. So that was, yeah, really good. Just like that, folds away, lightweight, happy days. So yeah, I'd give that a 10 out of 10. This is the, there's brand right on it. But yeah, this is the waterproof kind of cover you get for the backpack. I forgot to show you that. So that was the 55 litre waterproof backpack cover. Really good. I kind of kept this on even when it wasn't raining, and it was like a 20% chance I'd keep this on all day. I kind of looked like an idiot because I'd stand out, but you know, it was alright. So yeah, that was good. And it's really durable, so yeah, I like that. So this is my battery pack. So I took 3, I've got 2 in here right now, but I took 3, you know, battery chargers. In total, I think I had around 16,000 milliamps. And that lasted me about 4 to 5 days. And then I had to go to like a campsite or a hotel to charge these up. But yeah, I mean, quite heavy. You can get lightweight ones, smaller ones, but they're a lot more expensive. They did the job. I kept it in this little sack with a few charging wires. That was good. I don't think I'd probably just take the same, to be honest. Next, if I did it again. I'm never going to do it again, but yeah. This, I'll take it out of the bag, is my live straw. So yeah, I'll name this brand. I think I used it once, but when I was in Scotland, that was probably the most remote bit, and I run out of water a few times because it was really hot during the heat wave in July. So this was for like absolute emergency. So you get like a little squeeze kind of 1 litre bag. You get that, the straw. So this filters out, so dirty water basically. You go to like a stream or something, and you can just get some clean water and it filters it out and you can drink. So it's a really good lifesaver. A last resort, but I always kept it in my bag. Used it once and I never got, you know, salmonella poisoning, or I don't know what you get. You know, I'd never got a dicky stomach, so that was alright. You can get different kind of ones, but that's pretty affordable, and it does like 100,000 gallons apparently, so that'll last a lifetime, which is yeah, insane. A few more bits and bobs. So this is off my Jetboil, just like the bottom to it, like the cup. It's a 250 milliliter cup, 8 ounces of water. So I use this for either like a little cup, or I used to like get couscous and empty it and rehydrate it in that. So that was like a little bowl as well. This is a, what was this off? Piece of like gym flooring, do you know, like a little spongy bit? I cut it up into a square, folded it like that, and I use it as like a sit mat, or I would rest my feet on it to stop them getting dirty at night. So I'd put it out just outside my tent and put them on it, and yeah, it kept them dry and just prevented them from getting muddy. So that was really good, lightweight, folds down to anything, and I fit it in anywhere. So really glad I took that. This is, so I put that on it, this tape. It's just, it stinks. Like insect repellent, like this is the tropical stuff. This is like the highest grade of DEET you can get. I took this when I went Kenya and Barbados with the army. That's where I took this. So yeah, that was for the midges and flies and all that. Did well, but I put that on it just to stop it. I used to use this as my foot roller, like a foam roller, to basically like roll my feet to stop them aching, and it was pretty good. That's why I put that on it, just to cushion it, and there's a little elastic band there if I ever needed it, so that was good. Ziploc bag again, but that was a med kit, really small. Just what I've got in here is, I'll show you, Savlon, like antiseptic cream, ibuprofen, anti-diarrhea, anti-histamine, paracetamol, a couple plasters, you know it. Very standard med kit, not too heavy, and yeah, in Scotland, lots of ticks in Scotland, so I got one of them. See that green? It's a tick remover. You get it in and you twist it and your tick comes out. And I use that quite a few times actually. And this tape there, anti-porous micro tape, or micro anti-porous tape. You get it for like 90p in Morrison's or Asda, and I use that for my blisters at the start. I got a few blisters at like the first couple of weeks. This is my It was like a running coat I got a few years ago. Really lightweight one. Do you like a windproof running coat? I think it's Carrymore. Yeah, it just folds into absolute nothing. Very lightweight, dries quickly, and it was good. Just another layer. When it was a bit windy, I put that on, and I didn't sweat too much, so that was good. Yeah, it had a hood as well, which was... I used that around camp as well. Yeah, one of them things that I've had for years, never used it, but it comes to this, and it was probably my best bit of kit, one of them anyway. This is a Carrymore bag. You know, the dry bags, one of the smaller ones. I kept my drone in here, so I got my controller. Yeah, I kept it dry. My drone, really small drone. Go on to my second channel. I'll put it in the top right hand corner of your screen right now. Is it there? You click on that and it'll show you my drone unboxing. And a spare battery, so it's got a battery in it and a spare there. And then just like charging kit. I can hear a motorcycle. Charging kit and like spare propellers and stuff like that. So that was good. Kept it really dry. This is the dry bag. It's like a 70 litre dry bag. Just to keep my sleeping bag, spare clothes, and my puffy coat dry. And it did a good job. So let me get it out. So this is what I wore around to sleep in and around camp, you know, when I wasn't walking. So just like a lightweight walking kind of, I don't know what you call that, shirt. Like that kind of synthetic kind of material. So that was that. And then just some walking trousers. Nothing fancy. And I'd take my socks off obviously, so I didn't have I had 2 pairs of socks which I wore a day. I didn't have any around camp because it was I just needed to wear my feet off, you know. Sleeping bag. I bought this just before I went because the one I had was too heavy, it was too bulky. And this is it was like a backpacking one, quite a lightweight. 2-season one, so it's red. I mean, it did the job. The thing is, when you're sweating all day after walking and you couldn't really have a shower or anything, it was difficult because I like sleeping just in my boxer shorts, right? And especially when it's warm. So I found that I was that sticky, I was sticking to this, and it was just that uncomfortable. I felt really itchy and I couldn't sleep for the first few days. So that's why I started to sleep in them. It kind of prevented that. You know, like scruffy problems, that's what it is. But it was alright actually. It kept you warm. It was never that cold anyway, but I mean, that's a brand. They do quite a lot, Van Gogh. It's pretty inexpensive. Yeah, just it falls down to like literally nothing. And if you have one of them, yeah, it comes with a bag anyway, you can like compress it down with, but I just chucked it in that and it did the job. So yeah, I put that at the bottom of my sleeping bag. It packed down pretty well. And I slept okay. So on the screen right now I haven't got my full kit, but on the screen right now is what I wore while walking in. And I only wore that to walk in. So these were the shorts and just a pair of like really thin, kind of lightweight, I don't know, swimming trunks I think they were. So I took the netting out, as you can see, just to make them even more lightweight. They dried really quick and they got air on, you know what I mean? That's what you need when you're walking. I think I did one day in the trousers and I didn't like it, so yeah, shorts all the way. And then just like just that bluey kind of grey t-shirt. It was like I think it's like Under Armour, you know, one of them t-shirts. Wasn't too bad. It's just lightweight and it dries quick. This is my Rab coat. I got this, it was pretty expensive when I got it, but it keeps you warm. And I only used this like 3 or 4 times, and that was actually on the last day at Land's End. It was on the cliff, it was really, really just cold. So yeah, that's why I use that, just a little compression bag. What else? And my socks. So the first week and a half, 2 weeks, I was only wearing these, just one pair of socks, and they were darn tough. Yeah, researched them, but they're really good. Probably the best kind of maker of outdoor socks. And if you know, I got these just before I went, and they have no holes in. they've held up insanely well. So shout out to Darn Tough. They were like quite expensive for socks, but did the job, very comfortable, and they're just so durable. I recommend them. And just these are like a cheap pair of merino wool, kind of cool, I think like micro cool socks, I think they're called. They were like £4, and I put these over. So yeah, like I was saying, I was wearing one pair for the first 2 weeks, and I was getting quite a few blisters. And I remembered something that I got told to prevent blisters is just wear 2 pairs of socks, because the outer pair, which were these would rub on the inner pair instead of your sock rubbing on your actual skin, and it prevented blisters. So I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but yeah, if you didn't know, now you know. And so yeah, I wore 2 pairs of socks. You're probably thinking, didn't your feet sweat? They're gonna sweat anyway, but I would rather that than get blisters, you know? So that's what I did. And that, yeah, really good. What else we got? I think that's it. And then I had like food, 2-3 days worth of food, depending on where I went. And yeah, about 2.5 litres of water. I'll show you what I use for my water. So just, you see these like the 800ml sports cap smart waters. I used one of them, and like a 1.5 to 2 litre bottle, and they go in my side pockets, and you just grab it out, like, because it has this pretty good feature of the backpack where you can just grab it near your waist and it just pulls out instead of going like that. So yeah, they're really good. I've still got it, I'm going to keep it. But yeah, I mean, I think that's everything. When you look at it, it doesn't look a lot, but you need the weight. When I started, the weight was quite high. I think it was like 16 without food and water, which is quite a lot. But when you're walking, you know, 1,000 odd miles, it's a lot. So I got it down to about 12 to 13 kg without food and water, which is quite good. I didn't want to spend a lot. You can spend a lot and get really lightweight kit, but I didn't want to. So yeah, did the job. Did it. I'm back in one piece, no injuries. And I've seen a lot of Britain, and a lot of walking paths. Insane. But that's the kit. I mean, everything I took, I used, which was the main thing. You don't want any surplus kit, which is extra weight, and it just weighs you down, you know? So yeah, let me know in the comments what kind of like kit you use if you do backpacking. If you're new to the channel, let me know. Is this kit any good? Because it could be crap. It could be, actually I know it probably is very crap kit. And you're probably thinking, how has he done that? But yep, I did it. So that's the kit. I mean, yeah, did me well, happy with it. Backpacking Britain, done.